Word out, welcome to another episode of This Is Sevens. Today we're going to be looking at banana kicks, then getting in the kitchen and doing some cooking.
And the doctor is in the house.
When it comes to banana kicks, they are a funky technique, and the two key principles we need to understand is how we present the ball to our foot and the slight differences in our kicking action. So firstly, looking at how we hold the ball and present it to our foot. We've previously done videos on end over end and spiral kicks, so check those out if you haven't already. When it comes to the banana kicks, we're looking to curve the ball out to come back in, to create more space to get further distance, often when we're close to one of the sidelines. The way we hold the ball, if this is completely straight on, I'm a right-footed kicker. I like to hold it at a 45-degree angle, strike near the back of the ball, and this spin is what causes the ball to go out to then come back in. So if this is straight on, I drop with my right hand, kick with my right foot. I'm going to have it on the side of the ball, closer to the back. I'm then going to turn the ball 45-degree angles, and this is how I'm going to place it onto my foot. We want to kick into the side here, and the orientation is going to cause the ball to spin, which puts the curve into the flight. When it comes to the strike, as with any kick, some general points that we need to concentrate on is staying nice and tall, chest up, but we can have our eyes in our head, looking down at the contact point of the ball, concentrating on that. We still want to really swing from the hip, have a nice acceleration from the knee, and then a nice firm ankle, so that all this power we've generated goes into the ball and nothing's wasted. Personally, when it comes to banana kicks, I like to strike slightly off axis, kicking across the ball. This maximizes the spin and really helps with the curvature when you are trying to get the ball out into touch from a difficult situation. So if this is striking straight on, I probably like to come at a slight angle across the ball. So if we combine the grip, placement and swing, I've got my hand on the side of the ball, turned to 45 degrees. I want to place it still in the arc of my swing, so just out onto my right foot. In terms of the contact point, I'm looking to hit the knuckle of my foot, like with most kicks. And like I said, I'm striking slightly off axis to get the ball to spin out to the right. Right, I'm going to get warmed up and get into some kicks. So still warming up, going to get into some more low-level strikes, just going up the pitch, looking just to get some curve in the ball. I'm not worried about getting across a line yet, and I'm going to have a little play around, hopefully try and show you the difference. If you really strike across the ball, get loads of spin, or if you kick more through the ball, you'll get less curve but more distance. That's normally the trade-off. More spin means more curve but less distance. Kicking straight through the ball, less spin, less curve but probably more distance. So that one was probably a nice balance between getting spin and getting curve. If I was to put more effort into that, you could have maybe got about 35, 40 meters into it, but curving it across the pitch. And that one, much more of a strike across the ball. There was loads of spin. It's already gone about 5-10 meters, not as far, and that's the trade-off normally. Right, let's go get those. Banana kicks are often used when you're tight to one of the touch lines. So for myself, being a right-footed kicker, when I'm close to the right-handed touch line, it could be useful to use to curve the ball out and get it back over the touch line, hopefully with a little bit more distance. For this next bit, I'm going to start pretty straight and do a banana kick. It's not going to go very far, and then for each kick, I'm just going to come out a little bit further and see if we can find the sweet spot of that curve and distance. So not too bad, maybe 5-10 meters. Came back around with the bounce, but obviously if there's a full back there, he's going to eat that easily. That's a much better one, maybe 18-20 meters, and it's just bouncing on the line and going out. Coming back down the pitch, I'm going to use an imaginary line. On one side, I've got a football team training, and on the other side, there's some building work being done on the new rugby pitch. Let me show you. This is Valley, the team I play for in Hong Kong's home pitch. The first couple of videos I did in Hong Kong were on this pitch, and then they basically torn it up to get it ready for next season. Looks like they're getting quite close. They've laid this black tar down, hopefully now some turf, and in a month or so we'll be able to use it again. But I don't fancy kicking any balls on there, not sure the builders will be very happy. So here's the imaginary line I'm using. It's basically in line with the 6-yard boxes on this football pitch. Good start on that one, putting a little bit more into these kicks. I'm still trying to strike straight through the ball and only going off axis by about 5 to 10 degrees, so it still comes back out to the line. In terms of distance, trying to push it out to the 40-metre mark this time. There's our old mate, she's determined to be in every single YouTube video. Just to reiterate, I am kicking more off axis than if I was doing an end over end kick. This is to get enough spin into the ball, but you still want to imagine kicking through the ball so you do get some distance and not all spin. With banana kicks, you're always looking to make the best of a bad situation. That's why you don't want to be too greedy with the distance you go for, because it is a bit of a risky kick, and the last thing you want to do when, say, you've had loads of pressure while you're on your 5-metre line, close to the touchline, you get a penalty, is just stick it straight back to the full back. So we have our imaginary line again, going to get into some more kicks. Decent kick, maybe out at the 45-metre mark. Probably asked quite a lot of that one. Lots of spin on that one, really struck across it. That was hanging. Good balance on that one between the distance and the curve, not trying to take too much off it. Considering where this video started, it's probably been about 40 minutes, and look at the difference in the weather now. Just sums up Hong Kong. Gonna do one more length of the kicks. That. Bit off too much there, lucky with the bounce, but again, full back there would have caught that one. Bit off too much again. Very safe on that one. So if you have any questions about banana kicking, please put them in a comment below. We will reply to you, but let's get back to the flat, into the kitchen, do some cooking. So back in the flat, time to do some cooking. Gonna make a pesto chicken sandwich. Love making sauces from scratch, particularly pesto, they're very versatile. So I'm gonna use it in a sandwich to begin with at lunchtime, and then later tonight or tomorrow, you can use it in something like pasta as well. It's a nice simple recipe for the pesto. You need some basil or spinach, clove of garlic, some pine nuts, some parmesan, and some good quality olive oil. For the rest of the sandwich, you just need some bread and tomato, or you can add in any other salad that you want as well. First of all, gonna get a pan on a medium heat to get the chicken on. A little olive oil. There you go, nice quick sandwich to make. Like I said, you can use the pesto again in some pasta or other dishes. If you have any questions about the rugby tutorial or the cooking, drop it in a comment below. But diolch yn fawr for watching.